Hello there, my name is Jules and I am from the Video Game Conspiracy Network podcast. Interested in creating your own show like ours? Well, use Anchor. Anchor is completely free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your show straight from your phone or computer. And Anchor does the hard work for you. It distributes your podcast all across the internet, from Spotify to Apple Podcasts and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hope to see you on Anchor. Grab your controllers. It's time to play up another theory here on the Video Game Conspiracy Network. I'm Jules.
And I'm Marlon.
And welcome back to our podcast. We're super excited this week because we have another theory to dive into. And it's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yep. It's going to be kind of interesting, too, because if you think about it in that way, you're kind of just going to be like, that is kind of weird.
Now, you guys are probably all thinking, what are they going to be talking about today? Well, that's a surprise coming up real soon.
Yes.
We're going to hop into some announcements and some sponsors, and then we're going to dive right into the theory.
Yes.
So, without further ado, let's go to our announcements panel.
Woot woot.
That sound means it's time for our announcements. We're going to start off with the very first important announcement for today. As you guys may know, Wednesday was Inauguration Day. And we at the Video Game Conspiracy Network would like to congratulate our new 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
God damn. 46.
Yeah, 46.
There's too many of y'all motherfuckers. God damn. But
yeah,
congratulations to Joe Biden and to our lovely Black President, Kamala Harris.
Yes, congratulations is going to be a lot of controversy and a lot of celebration, yeah. But we're looking more to be on the celebratory side.
Yes, so hopefully these upcoming 4 years will be much better than the past ones.
Yeah, so congratulations again to Joe Biden, who is our president, and our vice president, Kamala Harris.
Kamala
Harris. I will soon get that. It's going to take me a while to get that. But congratulations.
And welcome into the White House.
Yes, and welcome into the White House. Now, for the second announcement is regarding our YouTube channel, Squamelia. You guys are probably wondering, when is their next video going to come out? It's been 2 weeks already.
Or what the fuck is Squamelia? Well, really quickly, Squamelia is our YouTube channel that is hosted by myself, Juju next to me, and two other Detroit natives of ours, and we're all basically on a YouTube vlog channel. So
yeah, just having fun.
Yeah. So, if you guys want, you could go ahead and subscribe to that. Leave likes on our videos, comment, get a laugh or two. But as Jules was saying, my bad for interrupting you.
You're fine. I like that anyway. So, the new video is going to be released this Saturday at 5 o'clock. It's going to be a surprise. I'm not saying much information about it. However, you could subscribe to Squamelia on YouTube to figure out what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's really our announcements for today. We're going to move into some sponsors and then dive right into the theory of today.
Woo, 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 woo.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Anchor. Interested in making a podcast straight from your phone, tablet, or computer? Well, now you can do that. With the Anchor app, you can create a podcast as easy as touching a few buttons on your phone, and presto, you have a podcast.
Yes, sir.
And our second sponsor is Another Day at MSU Gaming,
where the conversations are great and the battles are greater.
We are live, and that's where we show our most comedic sides here on the channel. So if you're interested in us seeing us on camera, Twitch is your best option.
Or you can also go on YouTube as well. We stream both on Twitch and YouTube, but most likely we'll be more likely to interact with people on our Twitch. So
yeah, so we have a bunch of new streams coming up this weekend, so be on the lookout for those.
Yes, tune in, say hi, say that you're from the podcast.
Yes. And without further ado, let's dive right into our theory.
Yep.
And hopefully you won't look at us as different when we do say this one.
Yeah. Because this one's a doozy.
Yes. Let's go.
Woo! Theory time. It's time to play some theories.
And discuss them.
Yes, so we're going to dive right into this theory. And speaking of dive, this is where we're going to be talking about people die. Because most of the people in here die, fall into an infinity, and then come back like everything is fine. You guys will recognize what I'm talking about. Smash Bros.
Yes.
That is where our theory is going to be.
So, what's the theory for today that we're looking into as it regards to Smash Bros?
Well, according to what I've researched, the theory states that our beloved Smash Bros characters, they're all toys. Like, all of them.
What?
Yeah. Like, you know, your cute little Pikachu and your heroic Mario and your super heroic Ike and Cloud bitch ass. I hate him. And Kirby cute ass. I just want to squeeze him. Everybody is toys. Kind of like the amiibo fighters.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, now that I think about it, it makes sense, kinda. Because what world would you bring a bunch of characters from different Nintendo games and bring them together just to beat their ass?
Yeah.
A violent child's world. And that's what we're gonna go into.
Yes. This theory actually caught me by surprise because, you know, we're all thinking from Nintendo that they're just fictional characters that has backstories. Some of them don't have backstories for some reason.
Yeah.
Like Animal Crossing doesn't have a backstory.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of, like, you know, people getting kidnapped. And go watch our last one if you didn't hear about it.
Yeah, go watch episode 1 to hear this wild Animal Crossing theory. But anyways, back to the main theory at hand.
Yeah, and then here's the crazy part about it. Like, the main mans of Nintendo, like the, you know, the big guy that owns Nintendo.
The CEO.
Yep, he confirmed it.
What?
It's true.
Oh my.
He confirmed it himself. So, hold on. Let me go back to the article. Also, shout out to Boston Blake. This article came out back like 5-6 years ago. But, you know, that's how this theory's been around a lot. But we're just bringing it back into the light because
it's interesting, and I've never heard it before either.
Me neither.
Until today. So
hold on, let me go back. Give me 1 second. We right there. So Nintendo president and CEO Satoru Iwata. I butchered the fuck out of that name.
It's okay.
He confirmed it, and I find that's actually that's weird, but. One thing I also want to bring up that kind of also proves this, Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever played it?
I played it once. I played it once while we were up here in Michigan State in a esports club.
Yeah. So while playing the arcade mode in that game, towards the very, very, very end, like once you beat the arcade mode and all that,
oh yeah,
a toy figure of the character you just played as falls from the sky.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
That's what I said. Now that I think about it, that kind of makes sense. Because that toy figure falls and it lands right in the middle, and then a thingy comes up where it's a castle in the background. And if you've beaten arcade mode with multiple characters, all the other toy figures of the characters that you played, you know, and beat arcade mode with will be in the background sitting there. So it's like a little collection of amiibo figures.
I haven't played with Amiibo in a while.
I never played with Amiibos, actually.
Yeah, I played Mario Party 10 with the Amiibos, and it's just life right there.
That's what I wanted to play, like, you know, Super Mario Odyssey with the Amiibos, but like I was too broke to get them, and I felt like they were kind of useless, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
But let's see why no one ever thought of the theory until now. It seems Nintendo wanted to avoid letting its characters cross over to attack one another outside their own games. Thus, when the idea came up to let the characters challenge each other, they devised a simple explanation that the characters are toys and not the real thing. Given that the Smash Bros. Characters are actually just toys, that brings up another interesting question. Since it's Master Hand that brings the toys to life to fight each other, why then do they turn against their benefactor and fight the Master Hand as the final boss in Smash Bros. Ultimate?
That is a good question, actually. And I think I might have a solution for that. Maybe like the Super Smash Bros. Characters, maybe they didn't want to become, toys in the Master Hand's game. Maybe the Master Hand is like a child's hand controlling like this, the Super Smash Bros. Characters.
Oh yeah.
And once they like get done fighting other people, they break out that spell that the Master Hand is under. Mm-hmm. That they, of the Master Hand spell, and they go back to fight the Master Hand to, try to be put back in their game. But it's not that easy.
Kind of like the ongoing saga of Mario, where he constantly beats Bowser, pulling him into the pool of lava. That's in every video game, except for Super Mario Odyssey. That ended in a different way.
Yeah, for once.
For once. I was wondering, when were they going to create another video game that doesn't result in Bowser getting cooked to death?
I want to know when they're going to create another video game where Bowser is not like the main enemy.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of Bowser bitch ass kidnapping Peach bitch ass. I don't like that bitch either, to be honest. But we're not going to get into that subject right now because it's going to last longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah, but that question about the Master Hand, it just makes you think of other wild theories as it regards to the Master Hand.
Yeah, and I kind of just created one. Like maybe the Master Hand, because he's called the Master Hand for a reason. And if you think about it and like put it towards real life, kids are, the kids' imaginations is what controls toys, right?
Yeah, they're run wild.
Mm-hmm. So the Master Hand in this case is a child's hand, and the child is forcing all the Smash Bros. Characters to beat each other up.
Kind of like playing with action figures and dolls.
Yeah.
Making them fight each other.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. Now, I don't know why there's a such thing as a crazy hand, like a crazy Master Hand
in Smash Bros.
Yeah. I don't know that theory. I don't know what theory I could come up with that, but that's also another thing that I also want to, kind of delve into. Why is there a crazy hand in Smash Bros? Yeah. Like you got the Master Hand who's all stable and shit like that. Then you got the crazy hand that just do stupid crazy shit with his fingers and shit, and it looked like he about to finger somebody and shit. And right. With the fingers yeah,
all that stuff.
So I just want to know, is crazy hand like a symbol for something else, or is it just a fucking idea that Nintendo came up with and said, hey, adding a Master Hand version, but he's like all crazy and shit sounds like a good idea to scare the kids.
Yeah.
What is it? But until then, that crazy hand theory will be sat on the shelf for now.
Yeah, but here's another question. And a lot of times with these theories, they pose other questions that pose other theories, and that's why we have this podcast.
Yes, theories on top of theories on top of theories.
Yes, but what makes this theory interesting and about the Smash Bros. Game in general is that usually Nintendo doesn't represent its own characters fighting each other.
Yeah.
They actually represent
family fun and
they absolutely represent family fun, action adventure, sometimes solving weird puzzles. But why have Nintendo characters fight other Nintendo characters that has nothing to do with each other?
Right. But and then they also try to build a story around it too, as well, to make it seem like it has something to do. Because let's face it, you'll never see Mario, unless it's an Easter egg, you'll never see Mario in The Legend of Zelda trying to fight Link and shit.
Like they pulled Mario and Sonic together. Yeah. And we've seen multiple games regarding beyond Mario and Sonic. Like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, that's been an ongoing quadrilogy of video games. I'm not sure quadrilogy is a good word.
Well, it's been more than that because they had the regular Mario and Sonic at the regular Olympics. Then they had them at another Olympics. Then they had them at the London 2012 ones. Then the Rio one. Then the Tokyo one that just recently came out. So I think it was like 5 of them.
Yeah. But we also have to think about the ethics behind Nintendo stuff. Like, is it really okay for Nintendo characters to be hitting other Nintendo characters? And more importantly, is it okay for Mario to be hitting Pikachu or Kirby or Link?
Is it okay? No, here's another thing that I also want to bring up. Why do certain characters have swords and others don't?
Yeah,
and why?
I wondered about that.
Yeah, and the characters with swords, when they attack the character that don't got a sword, why don't they get cut or nothing like that?
Yeah,
that's also another thing I want to know too.
I always wondered why Mario never has a sword just to battle all those Goombas instead of just stepping on them.
Yeah, or why Link? He has a sword and a shield. But that motherfucker don't use his goddamn shield. Like, what the hell? The only time you see Link use a shield is in his game. You don't see Link and correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I personally never seen Link use his shield in Smash Bros. I seen him use the little bubble that, that every character uses. I seen him use that, but I never seen this man put up his fucking shield to protect himself or to attack somebody
at all.
He uses his bombs, his arrows, and his sword. But I never seen that motherfucker use a shield. And like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I just never have seen him. Not even in the recent one. I don't even think he got his shield in the recent one. Does he?
I don't know. That's a question to be asked by the viewers, by the listeners.
I'm about to play Smash just to see if this man got a shield.
I hardly doubt he would. If there's speculation that he doesn't have one, he probably doesn't have one. But these questions and this theory, it's time to actually discuss what we think about them. Yeah. Like, I feel, personally, this theory really shocks me. It shocks me more than... I think it's neck and neck with our first episode. I didn't think they would actually just be toys like amiibos. I thought they were just actual living characters. But then it kind of makes sense because in the real game, they don't permanently die.
Yeah,
they respawn.
Right, even after the fact that, you lost and you can't fight again, they still respawn at the end credits. Yeah. They're not gone forever.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of like when you play the adventure mode on Smash Bros. Ultimate. Such a long freaking adventure mode. Yeah. it's so incredibly long. But it's like when you play that and you go through all the trials and tribulations, try to defeat this Master Hand. It just, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like it's a good storyline, but it's also what the fuck kind of moment.
And then after the fact that you defeated the Master Hand, the world changes and becomes completely dark into the dark area like it presented in the first cutscene of the shit. So that's something also, because I'm still really, really, really sad about that, but I made it to the point where the mode went from all nice and bright and all sunny and you're running around and to the dark part where you gotta run around this mysterious place that got lava everywhere, and it kind of looks like the first board, but it's not. Right. It's just a darker, barer version of it. I don't even think that's a fucking word, but that shit, I made it to that part, but I never made it to who was the last person to fight because you had to switch to
to do all that stuff.
Yeah. So I gotta restart that.
The crazy part about this theory is that it's been around for over a decade. Yeah. It's never been touched on. It's been touched upon a couple of times, but it's never been actually delve deep into.
Yeah, kind of like how we're somewhat doing, but like at the same time, I'm pretty sure they did delve into it in the way we did, but they're just putting up like, what they remember. So like I said, shout out to Boston Blake. He is, where we got our source from.
And also Time magazine. They're actually a really good magazine. I love reading them. Mm-hmm. And they do video game stuff. They do technology stuff all the time. So be sure to check that out. And then we also have another source, Dark Shadow Rage 2, that is a user on Reddit. Most of the theories, they do come from Reddit.
Yeah.
Most of them will come from actual credible sources like Time Magazine. That's a credible source.
Yeah, because Time Magazine was the folks that could, told them that Nintendo confirmed that the theory that they were talking about was true.
Yes, the CEO of Nintendo confirmed this one and probably many more theories, if we think about it, that we're gonna delve into for the duration of 2021.
Yeah.
Do we have any final thoughts on this theory and what we think?
Well, I feel like I said before, it makes sense.
It does.
But there's more there, and I feel like we just scratched the surface of the theory, just saying like, all the Smash Bros characters, they're toys. But who is like the enemies behind it? Some of them are enemies from the other games, which also makes them toys too. But the main mastermind of the whole thingy is the Master Hand. Now that's a theory that I would like to go into furthermore.
Oh, for sure.
Where, like, what's the Master Hand's placement in the game? Because Master Hand's not from any game.
Yeah, at all. I just realized that. At all.
So, he's like the mastermind of Smash Bros. So, I want to figure out what is the Master Hand's placement, which I probably feel like I already said it already, but I just want to know if it's true.
Yeah.
So
what game does he come from?
He does. I'm telling you now, he doesn't come from a game.
That's even more crazier.
Yeah, he was made for Smash. So
in particular, that's mad crazy.
Yeah.
But tell us what you think of this theory. If there's anything that we missed with this theory that you want to further discuss.
And that you want to add.
Yes, and that you want to add. Go ahead and shoot us a direct message on our Twitter, which will be in the podcast description.
Yes.
That was one hell of a theory.
Yeah.
If I don't say so myself. That's one hell of a theory.
I felt like we dived further based on this theory into yet another theory.
But hey, that's what we're all about here. Theories and conspiracies. One of these podcasts, we're going to dive into a conspiracy within a video game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to wrap things up on this theory. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Tell us what we don't know.
Tell us a theory that you've come across that you would like to discuss.
Yes. Or if you want to be a guest, we are open. We love guest stars.
Yes, we love talking to you guys and hearing your thoughts as well on theories and fucked up shit that's going on.
So we're just going to do a couple of wrap-up things, give a couple of more announcements. I have a couple of more, and then that's going to be the end of this podcast episode.
Yes.
So we'll be right back. Alrighty, hopefully you guys got a peep out of that theory. We're just going to wrap up a couple of things with a couple of more things that we have to say.
Yeah.
We will be having streams on our Twitch channel, Another Day at MSU Gaming.
Where the conversations are great, the battles are great.
So we'll be live this weekend from 11 to 1. That's Eastern Standard Time. The games are to be determined by us. So just tune into Twitch to see what games we're playing.
Yeah.
And also the new Squamelia YouTube video will be coming out this Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Yes, so stay tuned to that. And if you like what you see, subscribe to us.
And if you're new to this podcast and you didn't watch our first episode, we did mention that this is a bi-weekly podcast. So next week there won't be a podcast, but the week after that it will.
Yes, so please bear with us as we are starting school.
Yes, we started school this week.
It is about to get a little hectic, but we made a schedule, so it will be bi-weekly.
Yes, and we're looking forward to diving into more theories and more conspiracies with you guys, and hopefully we can have like a whole group just discussing game theory.
Yeah.
Maybe a special or something.
Yeah, so if you're interested in becoming a guest in our podcast, like as Jules said, DM the channel and talk to us.
Yes, we're all ears. Now,
and one more thing, sorry. And if you got a theory for us, also let us know too, because we don't mind discussing it.
Yes, we don't mind discussing, analyzing, and talking and ranting about it either.
Yeah.
That's where most of the podcast might come from, is ranting, which is something that we do. So,
yeah.
Especially video games, because each video game we have to rant about.
Yeah.
But again, we want to shout out a big congratulations to the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden, and the Vice President of the United States,
Kamala Harris.
I was gonna say that.
Okay.
Kamala Harris. Congratulations to our new VP and President. Hopefully things go right. And remember to get vaccinated for COVID-19. I know y'all want to go back to a sense of normalcy here in the United States.
Yes.
I know I do. I'm sick of looking at my computer screen through Zoom.
Me too. Like, that shit is annoying.
Like, Michigan State is fortunate enough to have some in-person classes.
But not the classes that are needed.
But not the classes that are needed.
We're not going to go into that right now. But please be safe. Wear a mask. Please wear a goddamn mask.
Yes. If you want the pandemic to be over,
wear the fucking mask.
Yes. And restrictions to loosen in your specific state, wear a mask. It's simple.
I know you're probably dying of it, because I am.
Yeah, we all are at this point.
We're doing it for the safety and protection of you.
Well, until next time, this has been the Video Game Conspiracy Network podcast. I'm Jules.
I'm Marlon.
And we shall see you guys 2 weeks from today.
Bye.